We were going to have Scott Beckstead to talk about wild horses in America. There is a time difference, of course. It was around about midnight. Well, it would have been. So I don't know whether he slept through the alarm or what's happening. But B, are you with us? B Starbright?
I'm here.
Yay. Okay, that's wonderful. B Starbright is the founder of the Owl and the PussyCat Farm Animal Sanctuary, and she'll be sharing her journey, how it started, and what sanctuary life is like. The Owl and the PussyCat Farm Sanctuary provides a safe haven for 70 rescued farm animals while foster caring, rehabilitating, and rehoming neglected, abused animals. Realizing her childhood dream to rescue animals, Sanctuary Mama Bee established the Owl and the Pussycat with her partner and their 2 human children in 2017. Their family-run, volunteer-supported organisation provides a safe haven for all sorts of rescued farm animals to rehabilitate with love, compassion, and the best possible care so they can go on to live out their days in peace and kindness. In addition to their 70 permanent residents, their ongoing rescue efforts include providing emergency accommodation, foster care and rehabilitation, and rehoming of neglected, abused, and unwanted individuals. The sanctuary is set on 130 beautiful acres just north of Byron Bay and is a registered Australian charity. They've been largely self-funded, but since the floods of 2022, urgently require ongoing donations to continue their life-saving work. So I'll hand over to you, B, with thanks.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much. I've actually I've been sitting out on the deck so that you can see the sanctuary, but I've just all of a sudden started getting eaten by mosquitoes. So I've come in. I am on my phone because the computer that I had, I didn't realize doesn't have a video, so I can't share my screen. Oh, great. Thank you. That's fantastic. Whoever's driving that for me, I greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, Nadia.
But yeah, we started about 6 years ago. Oh, wow, I don't even know where to start. Like, we're kind of an accidental sanctuary in a way. It was my childhood dream, but I didn't intend on starting a full-blown sanctuary until my human children were a lot older. But all of the rescue residents have just found me. So if you go to the next slide, if you click on that first video, here's a little video of some of the beautiful beings who call. Do they all play at once?
They do. I'll just pause them and I'll go through them for you.
Okay. I have no idea how this works. We can play them all at once. But anyway, look, we've got all sorts of people here and they've come from all sorts of different backgrounds. So we've got rescued bobby calves. We've actually got 2 Mount Kosciuszko brumbies that were rescued before one of the culls a few years back, which is, you know, absolutely disgusting what's going on now up in the mountains. The sheep that you see running to the screen there were rescued from the winter lambing season in Victoria, which is why they've still got their tails. We've got lots of chickens and lots of ducks as well, and goats. So all sorts of beings here on our 130 acres. We got pretty smashed in the floods last year, so we had about $150,000 worth of damage, and we're still trying to recover from that. We've always been self-funded, but we've run out of funds now, and because of all the damage with the floods, and we're actually flooded at home as well. We don't live at the sanctuary. We live 15 minutes away. we weren't able to run our 2 other businesses very successfully over the last 12 months because we've just been trying to mop up after the flood. So times have gotten very tight, as they have for everyone with the cost of living pinch, but we're sort of at a position now where, even though I've always hated asking for help, we really need help now. We normally have live-in carers as well who help care for the 70 residents, but this year's been really difficult. We haven't had any capable or reliable help, and actually the last couple of months we've had no help at all. So I've been living here at the sanctuary, and the kids have been coming here, and it's actually a bit of a schmozzle. And I've been sitting on that front deck going, it's getting darker, I've got to go and shut the chickens. And we've had COVID. I'm feeling a lot better today, but my partner's on the way out now to close all the residents. But anyway, I'm sort of rambling quite a lot because I'm quite flustered tonight, and I've got my little 11-year-old in the corner. We largely had our gates closed over the last kind of 12 months or so because of the circumstances to rescuing larger animals, because we're really, really passionate about responsible rescuing. And for us, that doesn't just mean having the finances to be able to feed and care for residents, but also having the grazable land, having secure fences, and having the human resources to care for them as well. But there's been a couple of instances in the last couple of months where we just haven't been able to say no. And one of them we haven't been able to announce yet because we're right in the middle of it. It's a really, really awful hoarding case where we've been trying to get as many of these horribly neglected and abused sheep out as we can. So far, we've only been able to broker the surrender of one mama sheep and her twin babies, which is actually on the next slide. So if you go to the next slide. So I don't know whether you can play these videos individually, but that's mama sheep on the left, the day she arrived. She's horrifically emaciated. It's hard to see in the video because she has a very, very thick coat as well. She's never been shorn. And that's one of her little babies. We've called her Juniper Berry. And the little boy, his name's Bramble. So whenever new rescues come to us, we quarantine them for 2 weeks. So they were in quarantine. We started a refeeding program, and we were able to worm them, get them vet checked, and then that video on the right there is their first day out of quarantine. And it was so beautiful to see them on grass, because where they came from there was no grass at all, and in fact they were penned up for a lot of the time. Mama's got some pretty bad injuries on her, but she's healing really well. So we haven't been able to announce that because we're really, really hoping to broker the surrender of more of these poor sheep. We're not working directly with the owner himself, in inverted commas. We're working through a tenant. He doesn't actually know where the beings are being taken to. So it's just quite a delicate situation, and we can't push too hard, but we really hope we can get more of these beings out. We've worked with the RSPCA on the case as well. We talked to them, they went round, and of course, typical RSPCA, they've said, oh, you know, they're not that bad. We've told them they should get